Hi, good morning. It's Amanda from AJ's Allotment. Well, the sun's finally decided to come out, hasn't it? So I've come up to the half plot and I've made a start on clearing that greenhouse out, which is a job I've been putting off for months. And it is such hard going. So I've stopped for a quick coffee and then I'm going to crack on a bit more. I'm going to show you what it's like and why it's so tough. It is such a glorious morning, it really is. The birds are tweeting, the sun's out, it's not too windy. So, this is the greenhouse. Now, my bad, I didn't clear anything out of it. After summer I just left it. I was putting it off because I didn't know what I was doing with the plot and so on. But I've made a start of clearing. But the ground is so heavy and dry. Heavy and dry is not the right term. It's so dry and solid that it's hard to get into it. But as you can see, look, there's tons of mare's tail and stuff. So just from this section here, I've filled that green bag up with a mixture of mare's tail, couch grass, and some other bits and bobs of weeds. There's this one here I'm struggling to get because it's so close to the glass, so I've got to be really careful. Yeah, so I've managed to get halfway, but funny enough, because it's sunny, it is a bit too warm. I'm sweating. But yeah, so it's good to be making a start on the greenhouse, but it is really dry in here, which is good in a sense. It shows it's nice and warm. So I do think once I've got it cleared and got a mulch down, I should be able to get some early lettuce going, to bring some of my lettuce up. But I've just got to get some compost in it, really. I need to go buy some. And there's a rogue comfrey plant popping through there. So I've still got this side to do. This is my bucket for the compost bin. Yeah, so I should have done it months ago. Didn't get it done, but I'm cracking on today. So that's what I'm up to today. But yeah, it's lovely. Really, really lovely. I've got here and some of my flower bulbs have been pulled out by the birds. So I'm not sure how many's going to actually grow from what I did last time. But at least the weeds have stayed down, not much has popped up too bad. Yeah. I don't know why the birds felt the need to pull my bulbs up. Right guys, so that is me finished for the day. I'm just having my little sip of my coffee, which is well earned, I'll tell you. So what have I been doing? I've been clearing the greenhouse out. Let me open up and show you. Right, so yeah, so I've managed to get the beds all cleaned out of weeds. I had a full bag of weeds, and that's all ready just for now, a mulch layer, and I just need to come and clean the glass. But yeah, it's nice and warm in here. So that was hard work. And then I've pruned these brambles back a bit. This is a thornless blackberry, but I'm not sure whether I'm keeping it or not because it didn't really taste very nice last year. Well, I'll give it another go and see how it is. So I've dug all this bed through. I think that's either a comfrey or a borage. I'm not sure. That's come back up. So this is all going to be either for salad, herbs or flowers. I've not quite decided yet what's going in that bit. I probably will keep it as flowers and herbs, maybe a mixture. Oh look, just see one of the bulbs popping up. The birds haven't had all of them, they've had most of them. I've got this area dug right through. I didn't want to be digging, but I have to get the couch grass out and to get the mare's tail out. There's tons of it, look, full bucket full there, a bag full there. So I've done all down this side today. There's comfrey plants, I've put some markers in where they're growing. I've done all down there. Excuse the wind noise, people. And then I've done all this side next to the greenhouse where I share the path with the neighbour. I thought this could be a good area for some more herbs and maybe a couple of dahlias because it's a nice and sunny spot, but we'll see. So That's my 3 hours of hard graft. Now I'm going to go home for my dinner. So I suppose I should really call this my half plot February tour, I suppose. So I've not done a tour, but that's all that's really happening. So this bed here, along here, I'm not quite sure. I think actually half of it here, because I've got the comfrey there, I might use for the Jerusalem artichokes. I might put them in here, and then the other half that way is going to be salad crops. These plans aren't final yet. This area I think is going to be corn and squash. Along here, I'm literally going to do like front to back. I'm not going to have a central path, I don't think. Well, not a proper one anyway. I'm going to have this mid-section. I'm going to have quite a few rows of beans, especially for drying, because it's a sunny spot. So I want to do all my drying beans here. So most of this mid-section is actually going to be used for climbing beans, drying beans, peas. Literally this whole midsection I think is going to be used for that. I don't think I'm going to actually put any brassicas on this plot. If I do, it'll be one small row. I think I'll just keep my brassicas on the top plot. Maybe I might just do one row, we'll see, maybe a couple of sprouting broccolis or something like that. And then this area in front of the fruit bushes is going to be for onions and garlic. I don't know whether I'm going to put any potatoes in here. I don't think I will actually use this plot for potatoes. I think I'll just focus on things like onion, garlic, salads, and my beans. Definitely my beans. I need to still prune out these fruit bushes. Desperately need to do it. I brought my lops with me today and I just haven't got on with it. So this area is an area that needs a lot of attention. It just needs clearing out completely. There's lots of brambles in it. It's going to be hard work. So for now, I'm not making any plans. It'll be one of those jobs that we get onto when time prevails. There's some raspberry canes here, but I don't know if they're autumn or summer fruiting. So I'm going to leave them be, because I can't remember from last year. And I'll just see what comes up when. There's a small rhubarb crown down here, but it didn't thrive last year. So I suppose there's another one there. I'm going to have to dig them out. And try and get to those, and that's my compost area at the back, but I can't really get to it. My central path with the neighbour runs up to here, but then their bins are there, so, and I'd have to go around the other end to access it, so I need to sort some access out to my compost area. But it's full of like hardwood like this. I have no idea what this is that grew. It had big yellow flowers on it. I thought it might have been Jerusalem artichokes, but it wasn't, because there's no tubers beneath. No idea. So yeah, I need to really get into these, get these cut down. So where does the plot end? It ends up here. Again, this tree, it doesn't really serve a purpose, so that needs to be dealt with as time goes on. I can't remember what this tree was, whether it was apple or pear. I might look back to my previous videos to find out if it was on there. And then there's a raspberry or a loganberry, I can't remember which one that was. There. So this is where my plot ends. So hopefully, if I carry on working hard and put the hours in, I'll have it tip-top this year. Like I said, I didn't get much done last year. But because it's mainly been covered, hopefully that will help. So that's my February tour for now. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll really have made some progress, and we can start maybe putting a few, like I say, salad crops in the greenhouse and things like that. But I'm really pleased with myself today because I've worked really hard. So I'm now going to go home and have my lunch, and I think I'm going to be having myself a salt bath because my bones are aching. It's been hard work. It really, really has. One thing I did dig up was these garlic cloves that were buried and had started growing. There's some small ones, and then there was these. So I think I'm going to try potting them on at home and see how they go. They was buried quite deep. I didn't know they were there. So I think I'm going to try growing them in some little pots to see how they set off. If they set off all right, I'll give them a go. But I wonder if that's elephant garlic, because that's enormous. It's really huge. So there was a little find in my digging. on my job sheet is sorting the shed out and making it a bit more nice, putting some more shelving up, but again, that's a little far off. So, but I do love my little shed. I do like this plot. It's somewhere nice to be. I'm waffling on now. Right then, folks, my coffee's nearly finished, so I guess I best say goodbye. And thank you very much for joining me for my February tour of my half plot. I'm pretty certain it's plot number 47, but I will double check because I keep forgetting. Yeah, please remember to like, subscribe and comment and ring the bell so you don't miss another episode. If you are new to my channel, feel free to go check out some of my other videos from previous, and I'll probably pop a link on so you can see when I first got this plot, so you can see the progress, or not really very much progress. Right, I'm waffling on now, so catch you all again later. Take care. I've just popped up to the other plot in between going home because it's just on the way out. I just wanted to show you my sprouting broccoli. This is for Terry, Robotic Gardener, because he was asking about his sprouting broccoli, how it should grow. So I'll come back a bit. So this is mine. So you've got your top here, and then it sprouts off. Can you see from the sides there? Let me come this way a bit. Yeah, so it sprouts off from the sides, and then you just keep picking it. So this one I've picked quite a lot. It has had a few bits of damage to it, but the more you pick it, the more it sprouts off the sides. So the more you get coming. You can pick them when they're really quite small, or you can wait till they're a bit bigger. But I've picked quite a bit off this already, and it still keeps coming. So I just wanted to quickly show that, in case anybody else was wondering about them. But I'm really lucky that it's actually got going. Look, if you look under, the others are doing well now. The rest have caught up a bit. They was a bit slower. So I need to get picking really, don't I? But yeah, I just wanted to show that. So it just getting hung up in my net here. So they just grow off the side. Right, I thought I'd add that bit in. So it'll probably look a bit odd being in the middle of that. But anyway, that was for Terry.